Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. So glad to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Sherry Cressy. I'm the operations manager, and I run the All Aboard Travel company. In the business unit is located in Fort Myers, Florida. However, we are a travel leaders vacation center, which is one of the largest travel companies in the world. We operate and have clients globally. I am so excited to have all of you join us today for today's special presentation. This is one of our Cruise and Travel Expo 2021 home editions, and I'm very excited to be able to bring to you today Mayflower Cruises and Tours. And I wanted to also let you know that during today's presentation, should you have any questions, feel free to take advantage of the Q&A box loaded on your presentation. Go ahead and type in any questions that you may have, and time permitting today, we'll do our very best to get to those questions and answer them for you. If you choose to wait and speak with someone privately, feel free to give us a call at All Aboard Travel. We can be reached at 1-800-741-1770. Now, because we are presenting our Cruise and Travel Expo virtually this year, we do want to still bring to you some wonderful perks and promotions that you would normally see from us during our live expo that we put on every January. And although we miss seeing all your fabulous faces and shaking your hands and giving you hugs to those clients of ours who have now really turned into friends, we know that for now, it's best for you to be able to be comfortable, sit in your home, and enjoy the presentation at your leisure. So thanks again for joining. The perks that we have available for you this year, if you book by February 8th, 2021, is up to a $500 onboard credit per stateroom for a sailing, or up to $500 off per room or an all-inclusive resort vacation or tour. So we have some exciting things to offer there. There are some restrictions, not a whole lot, mostly based on vendor availability and dates, but please do give us a call. We'll be happy to go over that information with you. Now, the big news, and what everyone is excited for, is that just for registering and attending one of our special presentations throughout January, throughout our Travel Expo, Cruise and Travel Expo 2021, each and every presentation that you register for and attend will earn you an entry in a drawing to earn or to win a $1,000 All Aboard Travel gift certificate. So as you're looking through our course of offerings and webinar presentations, feel free to register for as many as you like. You just might be surprised at what you learn by joining in. And I want to also quickly mention that we love groups. It's one of the niche items that we offer at All Aboard Travel. We host events and put on special occasions. So we understand that people are really looking to get together in 2021 and 2022. This last year has been very tough for many of us. We haven't been able to see our friends and family or gather together the way that we normally would have in the past. And there's a great deal of pent-up demand and want to be together. And so do give us a call. If there's a wedding in the future, if there's a girls trip that you want to do, a guys trip, an organization that you belong to, and you want to be able to travel somewhere, give us a call. We'll be able to help you figure out all of the details. And I, again, want to thank you for joining us today. And I want to introduce you to one of our very special partners. And joining us today to go over some great offerings, we have the fabulous Jean Rice, who I am so happy to be able to introduce you all to. She's just a wonderful lady. She does a great job, and we're just thrilled to be partners with you. Hi, Jean, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having me, Sherry. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my goodness, I wish we could be doing this in person. It's, when you and I get together, we just have a ball, don't we?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Well, Jean, I'm just thrilled to have you. Happy New Year. I'm so grateful that you were able to join with us. I know you've got some special things in store for our clients. You are promoted as a co-host for this webinar, so go ahead and feel free to take over the controls and share your screen and any information you'd like.
Okay, I will certainly do that. Give me just one moment here and I'll get my presentation up and then we'll get started.
Sounds like a plan. And just a reminder for those of you who are listening, there is a Q&A box on the webinar. So as Jean is going through her presentation, if you have a question, go ahead and type it in the box and we'll do our very best to get to that, to answer that for you.
Okay, I think we're ready to go here. So again,
Looks
thank
good.
you, Sherry, for having me. I'm very happy. I have been a partner with All Aboard Travel for a long time, and I'm happy to present Mayflower Cruises and Tours. I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit about our company, and then I'm going to talk about 2 tours and group departures that we will be promoting. So first of all, some of you may or may not know, because we've had some changes in the Mayflower family as of late. We have actually been purchased by the Scenic Group. So to give you a little history about the Scenic Group, in 1986, Scenic Tours was founded by Glenn Maroney. And I had the pleasure of actually meeting him on one of our scenic river cruises several years ago. And what a really nice man. But at Mayflower, at the same time in 2008, we used to be promoting river cruises as well. And we used to sell a lot of Emerald River cruises for the Scenic Group. So it kind of made sense for them to maybe purchase us, since we were selling charters and filling those charters for the Emerald Waterways. Emerald Waterways was started in 2014. And then in 2018 is when Mayflower was acquired by the Scenic Group. Of course, this gives us opportunities, to sell into all of the river cruise products. And also in 2019, they launched the Scenic Eclipse. And in 2021, we'll be launching the Emerald Yacht Cruise, which is a fabulous product as well. So just to give you a little better idea of our products that we offer through Mayflower as a sister company, we do operate as a separate entity. And we do North America, which I'm going to be talking today about New England Rails and Sails. We also offer world holidays, as well as small ships and river cruises. And then the Emerald Azura, which is the new ship that will be coming out in December of 2021. This ship only has 50 cabins, so it's a fabulous way to sail with a smaller group. And then, of course, the Scenic Eclipse, which is the first Discovery Yacht Cruise, which has 2 helicopters and a submarine. So that is really exciting. Maybe someday I can come back on and do a presentation on that one, because it's really neat. I got to actually get on the ship and see it. It's fantastic. So just to let you know, on all of our escorted tours, which we do them all over the world, we do make sure we handle all of your luggage. We also have a professional tour manager always. Some companies don't do this. They only have like a motor coach driver, but we do the professional tour manager who has gone to a special school, as well as local step-on guides. So we do both. They give you the local story, the history, the heritage, that kind of thing. So it makes it much more intimate and special. We offer unique dining experiences with our tours, as well as top accommodations. So the first tour I'm going to go over today is our Costa Rica program. So we have a group set up with All Aboard Travel for departure on October 7th, 2021. So I don't know how many of you have been to Costa Rica, but it's a fantastic destination. Here is the map that gives you a little idea of where we will be going. And the nice part about this particular tour is that you'll see you fly into San Jose, and we're going to stay 3 nights in the beautiful Reno Manoa Hotel in the Arena area. So you come in, you spend 1 night, but then you go and stay 3 nights in one spot. So you don't have to pack and unpack. And the same thing at the end, you go for another 3 nights where you don't have to pack and unpack. So this is a great winter getaway. It's an 8-day trip altogether. It includes 13 meals. And of course, during the period of time that we have this scheduled, it's on the equator. So of course, the weather is very temperate. It'll be about 80 degrees. And the activity level on this one is about a 4 out of 5. So it will be quite active. You'll have some long days, and there is some walking on the excursions. So we recommend that you dress in layers, you have a light jacket in the morning and the evening, but mostly casual like shorts, t-shirts, things like that, but a very good pair of walking shoes. So you'll arrive in San Jose, you'll be met by your Mayflower Cruises and Tours representative, and you will go transfer to your hotel where you were overnight. As you can see, this is a very modern city. It's the capital and the largest city in Costa Rica, and your hotel is very centrally located. So if you get in early enough, you will have some time to go and walk around and explore the area. We will meet in the lobby with your Mayflower representative at about 6 p.m. for a welcome dinner all together. Some unique things about Costa Rica is they do accept the US dollar, and the exchange is quite good in our favor. So for those shoppers or gamblers or whatever, you will get some good money, good buck for your dollar there. You'll get a good exchange rate. So moving on now, for the next morning, we'll take off on our adventure, and you'll travel to this city of Reno area, where you're going to go to the Doka Coffee Estate. And this is nice because we try to do a lot of hands-on activities. And you'll see that through this tour and the other tour that I will be presenting today. But we're actually, this is where the members of the Vargas Ruiz family have been involved with the coffee production for more than 70 years. You'll tour the estate, learning about the famous products, and also the harvesting of the beans and the roasting and the packaging process. And of course, at the very end, you will get to taste some of the coffee there that has been made. So here we will continue on our way. We're going to go to Cacao, and this is a plantation, and we will have an included lunch there. We'll arrive at a local cacao agricultural center and the product of Costa Rica. You'll discover the ancient secrets of chocolate. This is considered a gift of the gods. So the cacao beans were used for ceremonial drinks, and at one time also even for currency. Wish we had that nowadays. So this is a hands-on experience as well. You'll get to walk around the plantation. You're actually going to pick the beans and the fruit, and you're going to create the chocolate, and you'll get to actually taste it as well. So you'll then arrive at the Reno Manoa Hotel with awesome views of the volcano from every room. Check out that volcano. And here is a view from like your balcony area, so you can see it. Every room has a view here at this particular hotel. There's one of the rooms for you to see. You'll stay here for the next 3 nights. Make sure you've packed a bathing suit, because there's lots of times where you'll have some free time to go swimming in the many hotels, many pools. And you might want to brush up on your salsa steps as well, because in the bars and clubs, they play salsa music and everyone enjoys dancing there. So it's great, great, beautiful hotel. And there's a picture of the volcano. And the next morning, we're going to take a gentle walk around the base of the volcano itself. The volcano has been in a constant state of activity for over 40 years. You'll see that it's smoking, but don't worry, it's safe to be there. You don't have to worry about it. There are 6 active volcanoes in Costa Rica, and this is one of them. This last erupted in 1968. And it continued to spew lava until 2010, when it stopped, and now it's just smoke, thank heavens. It's a perfectly symmetric shape, makes this a sightseeing dream. Then you will have a guide that will take you through the park, through the forest, where you will see the lava flows and the area that has been destroyed, but now, of course, has been regenerated. Continuing on are the hanging bridges, where you can walk across a variety of bridges, 6 of which are hanging, for a wonderful view of the flora and the fauna of this highly diverse forest. Now, for those that get a little shaky getting up on heights or things like that, there are plenty of non-hanging trails to walk on as well. So it should be a nice time for everybody. There's another picture of one of the trails that you can walk on. Gorgeous scenery for sure. Be sure to have good camera or your iPhone to take lots of pictures because it's really going to be very enjoyable. We'll return to the hotel later for an afternoon of leisure to enjoy the hotel amenities. You can take a stroll through the grounds there, or you can relax and just sit by one of the pools. That evening, again, we're going to do some immersing into the culture there because we will have a dining experience with the Mendez family. You'll be greeted and shown around the farm, and at this time you're going to help make juices for your drink, as well as maybe assist with making a salad while the main course is cooking on the fire. And then you'll sit down with the locals, and this is what makes it so neat when you travel with groups with Mayflower, because you get to hear about their life and their culture and their traditions, and that's what makes travel to me so very special. The next day we're going to, oh, there's a picture of the meal, by the way, that you'll have when it's completed, some of the local cuisine there. I'm sure it'll be very good. The next day we'll spend in the Cano Negra Wildlife Refuge. It's a remote Everglade wetlands full of flora, fauna, lots of wildlife again. You're going to see so many birds and wildlife on this particular trip. So you'll get a boat ride on the Rio Fria, and again, lots of wildlife can be seen along the route. Here's some pictures of some of the things you may see. Great shots there. Lots of monkeys, and of course a sloth. And this one's interesting. This is a Pacific lizard. And this lizard is known as the Jesus Christ lizard, because when fleeing from predators, they gather so much speed that they can run across the water for a brief distance while holding most of their body out of the water. So I thought that was kind of interesting for sure. And of course, some turtles basking there in the sun. You'll enjoy an included regional lunch on this afternoon as well. The next day, we'll head off to the Carrara National Rainforest. And of course, that's why most people go to Costa Rica, obviously, is to go into the rainforest and see all these beautiful, lush trees and all the animals and wildlife there. So we're going to take a boat trip along the river. And there's a picture of the actual river that you will be taking the boat trip on. The venture combines nature with up-close experiences with the American crocodiles. And there's a picture. They are the largest amount of crocodiles in the wild in one place. And some of them are up to 15 feet long. So keep your toes in the boat. As you travel deeper into the mangrove canals, keep your eyes open for many different species, including the rare scarlet macaw. That would be so neat to see in its natural habitat. Then you'll check into your home for the next 3 nights in the Manuel Antonio at the Parador Beautiful. It's just beautiful. And here's a picture of the outside looking down. It has lots of different pools for you to go and enjoy. Just a gorgeous property. There's another shot of it there. Like I said, be sure to bring a bathing suit. And there's inside a little look at some of the views from the rooms. The lobby area, nice buffet, another pool shot. Be careful of this guy here for sure where you're taking your swim. And then on to the Manuel Antonio National Park, where this is the smallest park that they have there, but one of the most popular ones. And you'll see why, because as you travel through, you'll have a chance at an outlook at 109 species of mammals and over 270 species of birds. and sloths and things like that. So there's the sloth right there, and some of the shots of what you might see as you're traveling along. I love the colorful birds. Some things that are a little bit different. After your journey through the park, we'll go back to the hotel in the afternoon for leisure to enjoy the resort. So this makes it nice. You have some time away doing some things together, but then you also have some time on your own as well. The next day, we're going to actually go to these falls, and we will arrive, and you'll get into smaller vehicles and ride through the beautiful landscape and the tropical rainforest to the lower falls. If you'd like to take a dip, you can, so be sure to bring your bathing suit and a towel. If you don't, you can just kind of sunbathe on the rocks and just enjoy the beauty of the surrounding areas. Then we will go back to the hotel for our farewell dinner. It's always kind of a happy and sad time at the same time, because we get to meet so many friends and get to know so many people on these trips, and we have memories, and of course you'll return with some of the most beautiful wildlife photos that you will treasure for a very long time. So there's the farewell sunset, and I hope you enjoyed that little view of our Costa Rica trip. So just so you know, again, departure date October 6, 2021. The twin rate per person is $17.99. If you're single, you add $9.59 to that. And of course, call All Aboard Travel for air rates. This is a land rate, and they can put a nice air rate together with you. Or if we're traveling as a group, we can do some group rates as well. Right now, I'm offering, because you're here today or you're listening to this presentation, a savings of $150 per person. So just call into All Aboard and they'll give you the expiration dates on the promotion. So it's $250 per person due at time of reservation. Final payment's 90 days. And there is a no risk deposit when booked by January 31st. That means you get 60 days. If you decide 2 months later after you make your deposit that you've changed your mind, we will refund all of your money, including your insurance as well. So there's no risk to put it down, but you'll get the savings if you do put it down. So keep that in mind. Okay, going on now to New England Rails and Sails. This is a September 25th, 2021 departure. And this is a great trip. This is the map of what we're doing. It's a 9 days with 14 meals. You actually travel through 6 states, as you can see. This one, you're on the move a little bit more, but believe me, it's well worth it. The name Rails and Sails, you'll see why as I start going through a little bit more of the itinerary. So you're going to start off by meeting your representative outside the baggage claim area, where you'll transfer to the Boston Park Plaza Hotel, which is located in downtown Boston. And at 6 p.m. that evening, we will also meet the Mayflower representative in the lobby of the hotel for a lovely welcome dinner. We'll begin the next day with a sightseeing tour of historic Boston. And for those who have not been there, it's really great to hear the history. And we will be going to the Freedom Trail in Boston, as well as the public gardens. And there's a picture of that. This garden was established in 1634. It is one of America's oldest public parks. Puritan colonists purchased the land rights to this area, this actually 44 acres here, from the first European settler of the area, which was an Anglican minister named William Blackstone. So you'll hear all about the history as you're going through your tour. We will then travel up the coast to famous Kennebunkport of Maine. This is a real jewel of the coast there. For those who have never been there, so neat, because you're going to get to see a lot of the summer homes of all of the America's rich and famous. And then after that, we'll continue to the seaside town of Portland, Maine, which is of course rich in a lot of culture, It boasts of vibrant waterfronts with one-of-a-kind shops. We always have shopping going on our trips for sure. Lots of galleries and restaurants. And dinner this evening will be on your own. So you'll have plenty of options to be able to choose from to go and have a great dinner together, or alone if you like. Next, we are going to go to the Maine Narrow Gauge Railroad and Museum. So we will take a look into the museum, where they have one of the most extensive collections of rail cars. For all those rail buffs, this will be a great thing to be able to go and see all the different rail cars. And not only that, you will experience a short 1.5-mile ride along the eastern promenade of the Casco Bay on a rail train, and be able to take a look and experience the steam, I think it's a steam train there, yeah. So we'll also, once we get finished with the train ride, we're going to go to for a cruise. And this is some of the pictures of what you'll see on the particular cruise. All these Victoria cottages along the way. You'll see local fishing fleets and abundant of seabirds, seals, and other wildlife on the cruise. So we get a rail and then we get the cruise. So on day 4, we will visit New Hampshire's White Mountain and North Conway Scenic Railways. Leaving the coast today, traveling west into New Hampshire, White Mountains, experience towering peaks, stunning scenery, and quaint towns and villages. Look at that picture. I love the fall foliage. It's like being a kid in a candy store when you see one tree after another like this. So here's the North Conway Scenic Railroad. We will have an enjoyable trip on that. And then Mount Washington Valley countryside. We'll relive, as we're traveling on the railway, all the history when the first train traveled there, which actually was over 135 years ago. So lots of history and heritage to hear about. Then on, of course, for a little shopping, which I love to pick up some trinkets or some things that are different than we can find here in Florida. This is in North Conway, and they have lots of stores to browse and be able to shop and have some fun there. The next day, on day 5, we will, in the morning, travel to Kinkamacus, which is one of the most scenic roads in America. It follows a beautiful path all through the White Mountains. And then we'll see, of course, some of the most beautiful fall foliage as we meander through. We'll see Indian hunting paths and logging roads and all things like that. And then we actually end up at the Keechee Gorge, which is in Vermont. That's quite the shot there. Before arriving into Chester to board the Green Mountain Railroad. So there's a picture of the Green Mountain Railroad. We'll enjoy a ride while taking in the views of the covered bridges, the Connecticut River, and the Brockway Mill Gorge. And there's the Connecticut River. Leaving Vermont this morning, we'll travel to the town of Stockbridge in Massachusetts, culturally-rich Berkshire region. We're going to visit the Norman Rockwell Museum and see the world's largest collection of his artist's original work. And we'll spend some free time in the quaint town of Berkshire. And then from there, we'll go into the incredible Mohegan Sun Resort. Now, this is for the gamblers. Got lots of gambling machines here, so you have lots of time to spend and leave some of your money behind if you'd like. We'll be here for 2 nights, so you will have some free time to spend there as well. On day 7 now, we're going to do the Valley Railroad Company, which operates the Essex steam train, which operates the coal-fired locomotives, and will be swept away by the hiss of the steam and the blast of the whistle as you pass through some of the most beautiful country in the state. See forest and streams and beautiful vistas and nostalgic little towns. So that will be another great rail program. People love to travel on the trains. And then on the water again. So we'll be going on to the riverboat Becky Thatcher for a relaxing trip up the Connecticut River before returning back to our hotel resort. On day 8 today, we enter the smallest New England state, Rhode Island, and it's famous for its maritime history. So we will be going on a great whale watching excursion. All the years I've traveled, that's one thing I have not done is a whale watching excursion. I've got that on my list to do. So if it's on your list, here's a good chance. You'll also have a naturalist on board. They'll tell you everything that you need to know about the different types of whales. There's some very rare whales that you might catch a glimpse of. And like the humpback or the finback, all kinds. And there's another shot of your boat and one of the big tails of the whales. So then we're going to pay a visit to Plymouth Rock, where our forefathers first settled on America's soil. And then we will gather for our farewell dinner hosted by your tour manager. And then following breakfast the next day, we will be off for our return flight. So this departure again is September 25th, per person $3,349. And actually we are offering free air if you book this by March 31st of 21. So keep that in mind. That rate does include your air. So I hope you take advantage of that. Don't wait because these trips are selling out quickly. So again, free air when booked by 3/31/21. If you're a repeat traveler with us, if you've got Mayflower money, you can apply up to $45 per person in valid Mayflower money. And your deposit on this one is $150, final payment due 60 days prior to departure. So for more information and questions or reservations, please call All Aboard Travel. I put the local number there, 239-274-9999. And they will be happy to book any reservations that you may have. So thank you very much for joining us today. I hope I've gotten you a little excited about these 2 trips. We'd love to have you join us and also join your fellow travelers and put a group together and come travel with us. Thank you very much.
Well, Jean, I can't thank you enough about I'm so excited about those 2 amazing offerings that you have. And I'm so grateful that you were able to take everyone through step by step. I know you left a few little goodies out. You couldn't possibly do it all in this short period of time. There's so many wonderful and amazing things to see. The Costa Rica tour, forget it. I think you had everybody at chocolate. By the time you said that, I think everybody was ready to go. And that was before we learned of the volcano and the sloths and the little monkeys and the amazing photo opportunities that are available with the lush landscaping scenes and the beautiful grass and trees and the waterfalls. Just such an amazing opportunity, such an amazing price point that we were able to put together. Folks, this is a limited space that is available. So if you are at all interested, give us a call at All Aboard Travel, 1-800-741-1770. These are small tours, limited space available. I can't say that enough. If this is something that's been on your bucket list or you want something wonderful to look forward to at the end of the year, let's face it, 2020 has been rough. We have not been able to do what we wanted to do, and this really would give us something exciting to look forward to. Then you've got the New England, the rails, and the cruise. So many exciting things to see. Now, I'm originally from the Northeast, and I can tell you, even the photos that Jean had, if you've not been there before, do not do it justice. The colors are amazing. The fresh air and the fragrance that you are able to not just take in and smell, but feel on your skin is just absolutely incredible. If you've not been up there before and able to experience it, I highly encourage you to take advantage of it now, especially while the air is included. So thank you so much, Jean, for that wonderful presentation. Actually, Donna Bates jumped in on the presentation today, and she wanted to say hello to you.
I saw a little note from her. Tell her hello and Happy New Year to her too. That was very nice of her to jump on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to the days when we can see you in person and have you stop by and visit us at the office again soon.
Yeah,
we do have a question. Yeah, we do have a question from one of our attendees. The question is, what other types of destinations do you offer in case somebody would be interested in or wanting to go some different, a few different places? Do you have a few that you could share with us off the top of your head? I know there's so many.
Well, if we're talking about North America, we have lots of special events like Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. We have, let me think. All the national parks, for example. We have tons of national park tours. Now, as soon as you ask me, I start going blank.
Well, I'm glad that you actually mentioned that, Jean. I'm really glad that you brought that up, because something that we've been hearing a lot of requests for something different. People were not able to travel in 2020, and when they are looking to go and travel somewhere in towards the end of 2021 and into 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the things that we are hearing from people is they're starting to think about all of the areas within the United States of America that they haven't seen.
Yeah, we have a huge product line. Like, for example, we have Yellowstone and Jackson Hole. We have all the national parks of the Southwest. I'm just kind of looking here so I get off the top of my head. I couldn't think of anything. But we do Canada. We have tons of rail programs, not just the one I just mentioned here. We have one called Colorado Historic Trains, where we do 6 or 7 different rail programs on that trip. That's probably our 5th most popular tour that we do. I'm trying to think of some of the different things that we do. We have Christmas in Newport, which is a new program for us this year. It's been quite popular. It's not a real long trip, but it's over the holiday period for those who might want to get away during Christmas time, which is really good. We have the Ark Encounter. We can go see Noah's Ark. So please feel free to reach out to Sherry and her team. They'll be happy to send you a digital brochure if you'd like to have one, and you can look through that. Yep, for sure.
Yep, most definitely. We can go through all of the availabilities that you have. The price points are fantastic. We were very lucky to get in, and we were able to get that the pricing that we did for this particular space. So definitely take advantage of the 2 offerings that Jean presented to you today, as they are currently available. Again, I want to thank you all for joining us. I don't see any other questions, so I want to say thank you on behalf of All Aboard Travel and Jean with Mayflower. We really appreciate you being with us. Give us a call at 1-800-741-1770, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And we're here when you are ready. And we're excited to be a part of your future travel plans. Thank you so much for joining all. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.